Take this down so it doesn't move. Cool. Then we'll bring our center line up just a bit. Draw a small guideline to get us there. Make sure we're okay. Then we'll take this and we're going to make it match up there. Now, of course, it's not going to do it perfectly because this is not done, you know, perfectly, but let's see, for the sake of this, let's move this X up some. Okay. And folks, if you're interested in taking this class on the Raglan sleeve, go to http://bit.ly/ what's the name of the thing? You can go to JCA, and those are all capital letters, and then lowercase letters, login, no spaces at all, and that will enable you to create a free account at the Julius Christopher Sewing Academy. And under register for classes or premium classes, something at the top, you'll see that, and you can sign up for the premium Raglan sleeve class. Okay, but anyway, so we're doing that here, and we've made this meet. Then this is going to get taped down, and of course all this stuff is being traced back and forth and yada yada whatever. Okay, so we got that side, got the other side. Now this is really all you're going to do for the most part for the front. So you get all that together. Now, of course, your sleeve needs to be centered better than this, but this is just to give you the basic idea of what we'll be doing in class. Okay? So there's that, and here's that link for you again to go and create a free account. Okay, so after we have a shape that looks something like this, then we are going to draw. Where did we draw it from? Was it there? Yeah. Ah, okay. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a slash line coming from this little guideline we made up here, and draw it down, coming to about there. Okay. Now that is going to give us some spread on the sleeve. I'm going to put that right on top of that line. Okay, then we'll cut here. We'll open it up some so we can have some lift in the arm. Flip this over. Now just think of all the mistakes you may have made going throughout here, and also I'm not being too specific because I do want you to take the class, but I also want you to be able to get the understanding if you can't take the class, because you may be able to find out on your own how to get this done, and you know, if you can, that's cool, but I want to at least provide a resource for you to get it done in minimal time. And this is especially for people who are time starved and they don't have a lot of time to make a lot of mistakes. And you have all these other people around you that, you know, you have to respond to. You got people that you're disappointing all the time. You have stuff you got to do. You got stuff that needs to be done. So you don't really have a lot of time to mess around and play around. So, okay, we'll take that. I'll take this down. Okay, so now, after I did that spread, I connected where this was down back to my arm at the bottom. This is going to stay the same because this needs to be our, I'm going to smooth this out just a tad so it's not so crazy shaped. So I'm going to go right in this little corner here. There's a little corner right there. And I'm going to smooth that out. Okay, then I will put my notches here, and we'll say this is the front. So I'm going to put one notch. I'm going to also put one notch at the same spot there. So whatever this distance is coming from that corner down, that's where the notch is. So whatever this distance is coming from this corner down, that's what we'll put the notch. Okay. Do all of that. Cut as precisely as possible. In here. Okay. Now, on this back area, because we haven't talked about this back, what we're going to do, we're going to leave this like it is, but we're going to come across here. Well, we'll add a little bit. We'll bring this out just a tad here to give us a little room over this ball of the arm. We're going to connect that. And then we'll connect it here. Connect it about mid-arm. Cool. So you see I didn't really hit it, but I used it as kind of like a guideline to tell me where I need to be. And then I hit about mid-arm here. Okay? Then we'll cut this. Go over. Up like this, and essentially the sleeve is finished. That's kind of cute how that ended up. But now that's your finished raglan sleeve for the most part, and then it will connect like that. So that's all from me. I'll be talking to you later. Once again, here's that link for you, and it also should be at the bottom of the video just in case there's a problem and you can't see it that well. Alrighty, go there and take some classes, but once again I ask you, what's the value of your time? So just think, if you're following along with me and you're trying to figure out how to do it, or at least get the basic gist, think of how quick we did that together. And think of just you trying to figure it out yourself. Not really knowing what you're doing, not really knowing where to start, where to finish, what to do. You don't have any resources to look at. Just think of how long it's going to take you to do that, how much money you'll spend on making mistakes. You know, it's easy to spend about, even just $100 or $50 at the fabric store. Spend another, $20 or $30 buying patterns, messing up patterns, rebuying patterns, going through all that process, messing up your sewing machine from trying to rip things apart when you get frustrated, and all these other problems are coming because you don't have someone showing you specifically what to do, what steps to take, how to go through the process, and how to do it for yourself, and how to be successful in fashion design, because it's not that hard. Pattern making is really not that hard when you have someone to help lead the way. So take your time, enjoy fashion design, and I do suggest go take that class, alright, on your Raglan Sleeve.